Hey, hi, all. Welcome back to BLR Knowledge Center. So, in this session, we'll see what are the tokens involved in the Go programming language and look at each and every individual tokens here. And then we'll see a writing of sample program with all mixing of these tokens and how the program is going to execute it in Go language. Let's get into the sample program here and just open my Visual Studio Coder here, which have been already written a sample Go language program here, which is again the package and import and main function, the comment and desktop. Okay, so when it comes to tokens, so a Go program consists of various tokens. A token is either a keyword or an identifier or a constant, a string, literal, or a symbol. So these are the kind of tokens we basically having it in Go language. So I'll say one thing was a keyword. Go tokens are one is a keyword, and the second thing is an identifier, and third thing is the constant, and fourth thing is string, and string literal, and fifth is symbols. Okay. Suppose if you look at the sample program which we have written, like using fmt.print ln of hi hello world. If you look at this sample line of code, okay, this individual tokens will be individual tokens will be fmt and dot. This is a kind of dot here, and then println, and then so opening the parenthesis, and then uh, hi hello world. So and then we have close parenthesis. That's it. So in a Go program, the line separator key is a statement terminator. That is, individual statements don't need a special separator like in C language with a semicolon. So the Go compiler internally places semicolon as a statement terminator to indicate the end of the logical entry. Okay. Suppose if you're writing this particular fmt dot println of hi hello world, okay, and running of this particular program, so the Go compiler is going to be added this terminator called semicolon, like semicolon that way. So in C and C++, I think we must give this without fail. But when it comes to Go language, there is no need and compulsory of giving it this terminator, line terminator, but Go compiler itself is going to be added at runtime. Okay. And as I mentioned, I think in the earlier, so these are some of the keywords, FMT and println, right? And this is the something called a string, right? And the string literal and the symbols, it comes in the next session. So identifier, if you look at identifier, a Go identifier is a name used to identify a variable, like a function or any other user defined item. So an identifier starts with the letter A to Z, and or an underscore followed by a zero or more letters, underscores, and digits 0 to 9. So I can, if you, so let me tell you the example of identifiers in Go language. Syntax would be, so identify syntax is equal to letter and the combination of again a letter or underscore digit. Okay, this is something simple syntax of identifier. So identifier basically the name used to identify a variable or a function or any other user-defined item. Okay, so identifier start with a letter. It must be A to Z or something. So letter must be A to Z or small a to Z. Okay, or an underscore like this thing. Okay, and followed by 0 or more letters underscores and digits again, 0 to 9. Okay, so Go does not allow punctuation characters such as at the rate, dollar, and percentage with identifiers. So these characters does not allow by Go language. So at the rate, percentage, and dollar, uh, and so these are the basically 3 letters punctuation characters. We can call them as these characters. Does not allow by Go language. Okay, so these punctuation characters does not allow by Golang. Okay, so again, as told you, Go is a case-sensitive program language. There's no fmt.println. If you look at this fmt.println, this should be in small case. This should be caps lock, and again, these are in small case letters. So you must give whatever way or whatever the function existed in the namespace. The same way you have to give it here in Go language. Okay, and coming to the keyword I'm talking about here, keywords. So there are 25 keywords in Go language. Okay, as like if you look at in a C program, we have 32 keywords. So these are 32 keywords in the language. When is Go having 25 keywords, and these keywords you should not use as part of program. Okay, keywords. When you talk about keywords, okay, so there are a couple of keywords we have in Go. These reserved words may not be used as a constant or variable or any other identifier names in the Go language. I'll be saying a break and default and func and interface and select and case default go map struct and channel and else go to package and switch and constant and fall through and if and range and type and continue and for and import and return, and last one is var. So these are the 25 keywords: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 25 keywords are reserved words in the Go language, and you should not use as part of your program as like variables or identifiers or constants kind of purpose. Okay, so when it comes to next white spaces in Go, so there are white spaces is the written term used in Go to describe blanks, tabs, and new line characters. And as the comments, a line containing only white space, possibly with a comment, is known as a blank line, and a Go compiler totally ignores it. So white space separates one part of a statement from another and enables the compiler to identify where one element in a statement, such as like kind of int ends and the next element begins, kind of stuff. So if you look at the example saying that var age int, so here white space separates one part of a statement from another and enables the compiler to identify where one element in a statement. So this is what white space we're having it in the declaration part. Okay, so these are all about tokens, Go programming language tokens here talking about. So uh, there are different keyword tokens like keyword and identifier, constant, string, literal, and the symbol. So so basically the Go programming language converts your program into tokens here. So various tokens as mentioned here in the list. So if you look at the example of this particular line of program, it will converting into individual tokens like fmt dot println and open parenthesis and the string and close parenthesis. So here line separator basically is a statement terminator, and this is not required in the Go language. It will add by Go compiler dynamically. And comments to comments. I think we talk about comments, how to use, and then we talk about identifiers. Like identifier must be having it letter and underscore and followed with the digit 0 to 9, and talk about keywords and white spaces. All this stuff we are talk about here as part of Go programming language. So these are some of the tokens we use in Go language, and you understood like how it is dividing and can be treated them as tokens in the Go language, and how they are using it in part of Go programming language. So thanks for listening this video, and please subscribe this channel for more videos and Go programming language. Thank you.